This video goes out to all you millennials who do not know how to cook, despite being at the age where you should know how to cook. Believe me, I feel you. But it's not something that you should be ashamed about. It's something that you should embrace and find someone else who can cook for you. Or learn how to cook by yourself. So with that, let's get started. Oh yeah, and before we get started, I would just like to say that this video was filmed around the end of March, which was during quarantine time. Okay, so let's go. And as you guys can see here, this is a whole bunch of stuff. But being the clueless millennial that I am, I didn't use all of it. So I am pretty bad at cooking. I have no idea how to cook, and I had no idea how to manage my food. So throughout the whole week, you guys will see that I did not use all of it, but what's even more is that I actually used something else that I didn't put in here. I will show you guys the list at the end and how I spent $35 in a week. But yeah, this is just roughly what I got. So let's go. So for the first day, I have my regular oatmeal with peanut butter. For me, I am a very, very easy guy, and I can just eat oatmeal and peanut butter for a very, very long time. Not every day, but for a very long time. But now that it's lunchtime, let's do some cooking. So first, I have some beans that I soaked overnight. Beans and lentils, actually beans and lentils. Then I put some rice in it. And then I put some tuna. Have you ever seen one of those pot cookers where you put a whole bunch of stuff into the pot and then it just magically becomes a really good dish? Well, this is my version of it, and I thought it turned out pretty well. So obviously you need to put some tomato sauce, and then afterwards you need to fill it up with water. And this is how you measure. You measure with your thumb, and then you put it in, see if it's right here, and then you pour it in. And this is the result. Look at the result.
This rice is super soggy. Super soggy. Look at this.
So, after that super soggy rice, what do you do with super soggy rice? You fry it. You fry super soggy rice. So if you've never fried super soggy rice, it's actually a pretty good idea. Okay, you just fry it and then it does absolutely nothing. If you have super soggy rice, that rice is actually that you might as well throw away that rice, because you don't usually fry super soggy rice. What you really want to do is fry refrigerated rice, because refrigerated rice is actually drier than actual rice. So when you fry rice that is super soggy and sticky, this is the result. This is my food. It's kind of soggy. I had to fry it, but that didn't really work. Look at this. Alright, let's try it. It's not bad. The reason why I can live off of $5 a day is because I am a very, very easy eater. Personally, I don't think I can eat this for 7 days in a row. Yeah, so apparently there is a limit to how easygoing of an eater that I am. I mean, of course I can eat crappy foods for a meal or two, but you do that for the whole week, it becomes very, very, very difficult. So at the end of the night, I actually had another bowl. And
First day fail. I'm gonna have to waste this food. Look at how much is left.
I hate wasting food. I hate wasting food.
So sad. So today is the end of the first day of my $5 challenge. I did not do very well. I had to waste like a fifth of the food. I didn't want to, but the thing was that I had a stomach ache. I felt like I was gonna barf. It was not really good food. I actually had to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich afterwards just to feel better about myself. So I had to throw away about a fifth of the food. Hopefully tomorrow will be better.
So, and this is day 2, and as you guys can see, I did not put tuna in, okay? I did not put tomato sauce in because that just made everything very, very bad. Right? So all I did was that I put rice, lentils, and beans. And then I fried tomato sauce with tuna.
This is tuna with tomato sauce. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh.
Shit.
Yeah. So what I was doing is I was gonna cut it, but then when I went off and the bed like sank down and then the bowl fell down. And I'm not gonna waste food, okay? I already wasted food yesterday. So better eat all of it. If you guys find it entertaining that I am suffering while eating this, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. It would help me out tremendously. So enjoy more painful moments.
Alright, and today's the beginning of day 3. Breakfast. Oatmeal with peanut butter and peach jam.
Oatmeal again.
This might be the best meal that I've had in the last 3 days.
So for lunch on day 3, I actually found a can of Spam in the cupboard. And I was tired of eating tuna. I was tired of eating that tomato tuna with rice. It was so bad. So if you guys don't know, I am a huge Spam addict. I love eating Spam. It's not good for you, so I cut it down, but oh my goodness. Fried Spam, I could eat it like the whole week. And I probably should have eaten the whole week. It was so stupid. Oh my goodness.
That's so good. Spam, soy sauce.
I want some Spam now. So, and this is the end of the 4th day. And then guess how much Spam I ate? I only had 2 cans. 2 cans of Spam because like I had to ration my Spam, okay? We only had 2 cans left, so it wasn't gonna last forever.
Alright
Day
guys,
5 breakfast.
day 5. This is oatmeal with peanut butter, jam, and banana. Probably the best breakfast that I've had in these last 5 days.
No, okay, no, it's not. Peanut butter, jam, and banana, it's actually not that good. Well, for me anyways, I actually want something citrusy like berries, some type of berries, some type of apples, something acidic citrus. Banana is just sweet and it adds to the sweetness of the jam, and the peanut butter, there's no acidity in it. So make sure you add some acidity to your oatmeal.
Yesterday I had a pretty good day. I just had Spam and soy sauce and lemon. But I'm running out of Spam today, so gonna have to go back to tuna. Tuna and tomato sauce. I still have a lot of tomato sauce.
Okay, so that was day 5, and day 6 and 7 is the weekends. Okay, this is a Saturday, and do you know what happens on a Saturday? On a Saturday, my wife who was pregnant at that time, used the excuse that, oh, I'm pregnant, I want to eat some takeout. We are in a quarantine. She wants to go take out. She says, oh, I'm pregnant. So what do? I went out and got her food. And this is what I got her. And do you know what she did? She said, eat half with me. I said, no. But no, eat half. And then like ugh. I was tired of tuna and tomato sauce, so I gave in. It was kind of weak, right? But I only ate half. And that half was included into the $35 because I thought I had a little bit of leftover money, but I didn't really have that much.
Do you guys know what the worst thing about this challenge is? It's not that I have to eat those things. That's alright. That's not that bad. The worst thing is that I have people living with me and they keep telling me to eat food. The number one culprit.
Number one culprit
is my wife. It's my wife. My wife. What?
No.
It's my wife. Number one culprit.
The second culprit is my mom, okay? Luckily, she wasn't there, but she kept making food and she kept sending it over to us. So we had a fridge full of food.
Here's what I have to deal with every day. Right? Look at this. Look at all of these food. And then today, she wanted me to eat ice cream with her. But I said no. Eat ice cream by yourself. This is the food. I can't even have any apples. I'm so sad. And even through all that, I think I'm over budget.
Oh, you want to try this?
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at
No!
this. My wife, 1 week away. 1 week.
No.
She can't eat by herself. That's it. You get me to eat with her. So most of day 6 and 7, I just spent eating, rice, beans, lentils, and soy sauce. Soy sauce. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm pretty easy like that. I think I had some tuna left over. It wasn't very good, but I feel like soy sauce, lemon, and sriracha, put that on with rice and I can eat it for a few meals. Okay, so let's total up how much I ate within those 7 days. So for me, the way that I calculated this was that I bought a whole bunch of stuff and which totaled more than $35, okay? Let's be honest, I bought more than $35 of food. Well, realistically, it was just in the cupboard and it was things that I had around the house. I wasn't going to go out and buy $35 for this video because I'm a very cheap person. But I went online and listed out the prices for all these foods. And then what I did was that I actually only priced in the amount of food that I ate. So as you guys can see here, golden oats, it was $5 for the whole container. I only ate half of it. I actually ate a little bit less than half. So I only ate half of it. So technically, I only ate $2.50. Peak beans, I ate like a third of it. I put a fourth. Same thing with lentils. I'm not a very big beans and lentils person. 2 pounds of rice. The rice here is $2 for 2 pounds. Now, if you guys think that that is expensive, it is, okay? These are jasmine rice. I buy it in 50-pound containers because my family eat a lot of rice and we eat jasmine rice. You don't go to Walmart and buy those small bags of rice. Those rice suck. If you want like really good rice, you go to the Asian supermarket and then you buy a bag of rice from there. Star-kissed tuna, like, oh my goodness, alright? It was so expensive. I just had a bunch of it in my cupboard, so I thought that I would just use it in my video. But nope, they are so expensive. $2 per can? $2 per can, and I actually had 3 cans. So I spent like $6. It was not worth it. Definitely not worth it. I mean, for that amount, I could buy some eggs, I could buy some like Spam. Like that would have been so much better. So the Spam that I bought came in a pack of 2, so I ate both of those Spam jar lid thing. And it came out to 5 something. That was fine. That's fine because Spam is really good. The tuna, no, not really, not very good. I also got apricot jam, banana, dim sum. Dim sum, the whole thing was $10.50. I only ate half, so I only priced myself at $5.29, which is quite a lot. It's over my 1 day budget for one meal. And then Lucerna, milk, and then condiments. So in total, I spent $34 and around 50 cents. Realistically, I think I spent a little bit over $35.50. I'm missing like $1 here somewhere. So my final thoughts on the $5 meal challenge. For me, I don't think people can live off of $5 a day. Okay, unless you don't care about what you eat, and like you really don't care about what you eat, or 2, you are a really good cook. Okay, you have to be a very good cook, or you just don't care about the shit that you eat. I've seen some of these videos where they say that you can live off of $5 a day. Yes, okay, you can do it for a week, but you can't do it for long term, and that's what really matters. You cannot be living off of $5 of food a day. Like you just can't. You just can't. You would be so miserable eating $5 a day. Alright guys, well that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like it, please hit the like button. If you guys haven't done so, please subscribe. I could really use your help. And until next time, bye.